Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Disciples Liberation, and surprise surprise, I'm coming back straight to the point where I left off in the last video. There we are on our horse. I'm going to go back to the castle, our home base, in a moment, just to show you a few things. And first, because of where I was in the game, there's a few other things you can, like I said, there's always things to pick up. It's always worth looking around. These things, as I said before, that you can only remove when you have a certain companion, and that will, there you go, it'll cleanse corruption. I can't remember if you cleanse those things. Sometimes you get a bonus, sometimes the material is something that you can use, and you can see there's quite a lot of this. Obviously some of that, if you remove it, you can get to a chest. There's quite a lot of small little areas like this that aren't exactly main story dependent. They're not even side quest dependent often, but they're just small areas where there's a fight, or there's another army to fight, or there's a chest or something. There's some more resources. Like, I think it's always worth picking up this stuff. And there's someone there who might want to fight. We could capture that because it's a free capture, and if it wasn't, there'd be a little picture of the other defending army, but there's no army, so we'll have that. There's somebody there we can talk to. He's playing a banjo, so he's probably safe. So we'll have the chest, and we'll talk to Matteo. Is that wrong? The Bard Extraordinaire. Let's see who he is. I don't remember him at all. Oh, well, we know him. There you go. Apparently, and he knows us. We hug warmly. That's nice. Yep, it's Aviana of Yilian. No point in hiding that. Let's show off a little bit. Okay. So we can either just leave him there, we can talk to him, or we can, I don't know, possibly that's a sort of romantic-y option. I don't want to chat to him too much. He looks a bit looks like he's on something, actually. Okay, we'll tell him about our stuff. We're telling him all about our things. Do we want to make Ilian ours, or make it safe for everybody? Let's be honest, we don't know what we want. It's too early in life or in the game. We only just found the place, so we don't know. There's no point in committing. No, we don't miss you that much. I don't think we really want him to join us. Do we? Oh, okay. We'll see. Okay, so he doesn't want to join us, which is probably good because he plays a instrument, and that's probably not going to be useful in a fight. And we don't really want to go into what we could have done together because yeah, let's just go. We can come back and talk to him. I'm going to guess he's still going to be there. We've got some experience points. Oh, we can't talk to him again. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I mean, we can talk to him again, so we can come back and chat if we want, but he's not going to join our army. We've already established that. I don't know if we really wanted him to. I just wanted to see what he was going to say. We don't want to explore a romance thing with him because I've never done that in this game, and I don't know whether that would be like a commitment to not do it with anybody else or whatever. And certainly if we're going to do that, we don't want to do it with some passing ukulele player. We're better than that. We've got our own castle now. I mean, come on. Don't think we're talking to him yet. He's probably got some kind of side quest. So what we'll do, is, as I said, we'll go back to home base, not the shop, but our castle. And there you can see we've got all the... So there we can build something. It's an empty spot, we can build something. We haven't got the blueprint, but just to show you, we can build a blacksmith or a marketplace. The marketplace is probably the one you want to get first, because you can hire mercenaries, and that's very useful. You won't necessarily need to buy equipment, and I've never needed to buy resources. You find enough of that, but you can certainly hire mercenaries. That can be very useful. So we're looking for the blueprint. I have no recollection of where I found that. We can still get more units if we want. We can't get anyone higher ranking than what we've already got, and we don't really need any more, though we've got the money, so we won't do that. We can train, as you can see. If you've got a unit, as I said, you have to come back and actually do it. Even if they kind of level up, you have to physically come back to the places to do it. So although that zombie leveled up, that level up zombie, we have to actually train him, and it costs a very minimal amount of money to do it. Later on, it costs quite a lot more to level up people, but I think it's okay. I mean, it would be, I'm trying to think, it would be somewhat simpler if you could just get people that leveled up without having to do this. It's not bad. Actually, it kind of makes sense, because you have to come back, and it's like you really do it. You have to come back to the place you hired them and you train them. So it's actually got a kind of logical process. But in the context of the game, especially later on when you've got quite a lot of units, you don't necessarily want to keep coming back to these places and leveling everybody up. So it can get a little bit annoying, but it's not bad. It's just, most games you just do that automatically, and in this game you don't. So we'll train these few people up. There you go, that's that. We'll go back to our castle, and we don't need to train those. They've actually leveled up themselves. And there you go. That's the other thing you can do when you come back here. You can research spells, and it will tell you there the little exclamation marks. We have new spells. Ready for research, ready for research. These all cost money to research, but at the moment we've got quite a lot of money, so we'll research all the things we can, because we've got lots of space in our spell book to do it. There's another one there. Summon a lesser devil. That sounds worthwhile. Be worthwhile in life. So actually, I think I did that once. I dated them. Anyway, but that's a whole other story. So yeah, we've done that. So yeah, like I said, it's always good to... Oh, I forgot one thing. It's always good to come back to your castle. You'll need to train people up. You'll need to research spells. And there you can see, which is what I was saying, when you've got resources and you've captured the things you just pick up, the wood and these things you pick up from lying around resources. You don't have to do anything with them. They just come into your resources, which is shown in these things there. But when you've got lumber mills and gold mines and all these generators for these substances, you need to come back and actually gather them. So we've got quite a few lumber mills that we got already, and as you can see, not massive, but you can see the little counters going up all the time, and we're gathering wood, and each time you come back there's no loss to gather it when you're there. So we'll have that, which will go into that there and add. And the reason you just do it is because at some point you'll forget, or at some point you won't come back, and then you'll end up with more resources than you can have, and then they'll just be stuck and you won't get any more because you haven't collected them. So it's always good to do that, just as a kind of housekeeping when you come back. The same with training and all these things with spells. Just do them whenever you come back as a kind of housekeeping, so you're aware. So now we'll go and talk to that here. I know it says we need to return to the castle, but like with most games, we don't need to follow that if we don't want to. There's someone to talk to there. There's one of those other things. We can... There's no opposition, so we can capture that. That's good. We just have that as well. It's a divine essence generator. You can't have enough divine essence. Let's talk to him. Diat. That's the land, the cathedral, you're able to shake the feeling, the cathedral is watching you. Well, that's not very good. That's probably going to end badly. He doesn't look very friendly, does he? Okay. Well, he said something very cryptic. What did he say again? Okay, we're watching this. Power of the binding trinity builds fellow worship. Soon it will be done, but not yet. Okay, that's very cryptic. Good for you. That's good. I hope it works out. Maybe he's one of those people we have to come back to later and we'll get sent back to do something else. Maybe he's just a random weirdo with cryptic stuff to say. Yeah, the port's a wreck.
Fanatics have cursed the people here.
She's nice. She's always trying to help people, so that's nice. Yeah, we'll agree with her. There's no point in not agreeing with her. We don't know anything better, so let's just go with her. Demon's curse again.
Then you know we must act. But there are so many curses. How do we know what...
If we find the first to be cursed, they can tell us what happened.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's find
Then that's the plan. Let's stick together and try not to touch anything.
No closer, lest ye want a taste of the sickness yourself.
We've come to help. We're looking for whatever caused this.
'Tis I ye seek.
We've been through Port Grimard
he's caused the
before.
plague.
It's always
Why?
been rough, but never like this.
I sail the merchant lines.
Oh, he probably bought something on his ship, hasn't he?
Always do.
That's always the way.
I brought rank waters with me. Near soon as I landed,
Yeah, he
people
landed
fell
in his ship and
sicker
people
than I
got
yet
sick.
seen.
Well, I suppose it's fair enough. This is kind of akin to how it would be in medieval times in places, so they didn't have quarantine or ways to check, so it's not really his fault.
Our
Help us
priestess
fix
can help
it.
to stop this, but we need to know how.
Priestesses is what caused this. Something rotten's cooking at the Church of the Hive. Foul waters brew there.
Any but you.
Aye, that's right.
Then to the church we go. Come up.
Is that him again? Oh no, he's still talking cryptic nonsense. Okay. We stop by the Vale's Holy Hand.
Lord, Port Grimard is marked for purification. None are permitted to leave.
Oh, he just has to be like that, doesn't he? We'll have to. Let's fight him.
Aviana of Ilion.
Okay, they're all level 5, so it's not going to be a walkover, but we've still got more people. And we're level 3 and we've got more and we've got a back row, so we're not overly concerned, but like I said, in this game you never quite know. Especially when you fight different enemies for the first time, it's sometimes hard to know what they can do, especially in combinations and things. I know you can always check on their abilities, enemies and your own army, but that doesn't always tell you exactly how that's going to play out, what they can do. So you get battlefields like this sometimes where there's a lot of obstacles, and they can be useful for hiding behind. If you've got ranged stuff, they can be useful for hiding behind stuff for other reasons. They can also be annoying, but it is what it is. So as with him, usually we'll get him to do his invisible thing, because that usually works well, and that's his kind of main claim to fame.
Sneak past them?
And we will move her because there's no point in us staying in one place. We can't really do anything else from there. We have got our spells, and like I said at the beginning, got limited number of spells. So basically, until your spells fill this gauge, all the spells you research will be added. Later on, when you go past that, you'll have to remove spells and add spells yourself, which is what you'd want to do anyway, because you will decide what you want to use. So let's use a spell. Waning Bolt, that sounds good. And we can get 2 of them in a row. So that was worthwhile. And then, as usual, we'll try and put one of these guards, soldiers, in front of her. We'll put one there as well to block them coming round behind us, or at least partially do that. That's our backline guy shooting. I think it was a zombie firing some green goo. They've had some ability that motivated them. I think it's they've got a paladin, and I think that's that guy there, and I think they have an ability which is like motivate or something.
We will be victorious. Wear them down.
So yeah, you can see they do a little bit of damage, but not anything to be shocked and scared about. So what have we got? This is our priestess. We'll need to bring her nearer, I'm sure of that. We can do something there. Yeah, let's do whatever that is. It's an attack which weakens them. Doesn't look amazing, but it's better than just standing around watching. Okay, so now we're getting there.
I'll sneak past them.
So we'll get him to come round behind this one, and we'll do our thing, and that one's dead. That's fantastic. That worked really well. Let me just check. What have we got in our... If you're not sure if you want to move or not, it's sometimes good to use these things. Fire, inflicts burning. Confused and burning. Let's see if we don't want to burn ourselves, that'd be bad. Waning Bolt we've already done. I'm just looking for different things. We could summon a demon, that might be... No, we can't summon a demon. I think we've not got enough mana, so... It's a defensive spell. Okay, that can be good. The reason I did that was partly because, yeah, defense is always good, but also I didn't particularly want to move her round into a position where you can see all the rest of them are there, where they can hit her directly. So I thought I would leave her in a more safe place. Oops. He might as well just hit somebody. Doesn't really matter who.
On the offensive.
He's done his bit. Again, I want to move that one there because I don't want them to come through to hit her. That would be bad because she's a melee, and you can just tell by looking at her she's not going to have the same defense as these. So.
Holding the lines.
We'll just give them a bit of a hit. It doesn't do much to them, but it's fine. And that one's still... The reason that guy did that little movement, like I said before, and the green came off is because our backline zombie fired something at him, so he's still dying from... I don't know what it is, but we'll call it green goo. Green goo poisoning. And he's still got it.
On the offensive.
So as I said, those backline abilities, they can work really well. We can heal somebody. Let's heal him. Or them. And you see what happens there, which is why I said often you get these chain abilities. So that healing actually healed all of them, but it heals everyone in I think it's a 3 or 4 radius chain. So if they're all connected, they all get healed. If he'd been there, if he'd been there, he would have been healed too. But anyway, that is what it is. And then we can also do a attack. The attack one doesn't have a cooldown, but as you can see from the fact it was blocked out, the healing one has a cooldown, but that's fine. Orb of Inspiration. Yeah, let's do that. Like I said, it's as much because they won't be able to use it as much as we're going to, but that's fine. Okay, now we kind of want her to get a bit involved because it's time to get aggressive. These two are going to have to stay there because by the time they come around there's no point, they'll have missed their turns and there's a blockage there, so we can't do anything directly, so that's fine. They can just keep hitting these guys, and basically the plan is, which you can see how the match worked out now, the plan's going to be that we kill this guy and then her and him can come around behind them. We can flank them and kill them as well from different angles. So they're pretty much doomed. That guy's still got the green goo poisoning. And yeah, they can hit, I mean, they're going to hit these two soldiers, and the worst scenario possible is those two soldiers die, but they won't. And even if they did, we can replace them. Unfortunately, life is cheap when you're a bottom of the rank soldier. And he can hit us, but we don't care at all about that. She can kill him. That would be good. And as you can see, our healing thing's got a free cooldown, so we can't do that again, but we can use our attack spell again, so we'll do that. And the reason I let her kill him is it means it frees up these two to come around the back of these, which is what we want. The reason he did that without me doing it is it's taunted, and as I explained before, if you're taunted, it means you act without the player, which is me, being able to control the movements. They still attack, sometimes they run away, but they still attack, but it means that you haven't got control because they're taunted into acting without thinking, I guess. So we've got that, which will only get him once. We might as well just
Stand down.
hit him, that's good. And he's got green goo as well, and he's died without even touching him. Well, obviously we touched him before, but... So this has worked out good, very good. And then we've got an attack on him from her. And this guy's not only going to die, he's going to feel very lonely because he had a lot of allies and now he's got nobody. And basically now he's cannon fodder because we've got everyone can attack him, and we've got people near enough and going to kill him the first move actually. So that's him, he's dead. And that serves him right because we were in the village or the harbour just trying to kind of help people, find out what was going on, and he was being a real arse, telling us we couldn't leave. So that's what you get. He was a bully. So we've all got a bit of XP, which is fine. We've got 875 gold coins, which is always good. Later on, when you need to build buildings, or the units you're hiring cost more, or mercenaries cost a lot more, sometimes you'll need the money. Although the things we've hired so far were cheap, so we continue. And our next plan, when we finish with him, he's dead. Is we will, well, we've got two options really.
They didn't have to die.
Well, they did have to die actually, so it's a bit self-righteous because, you know, they were going to stop us leaving and they were going to kill us, so we didn't really have...
defend ourselves, they'd have cut off your head.
Exactly.
Only if the High Father allowed it. We're still here, so clearly he did not.
Yeah, that's because we fought them, so... we can do that with her, but we won't. Can't imagine losing you. The little dialogue things, I mean the little heart thing gives you the idea that it's a kind of like romantic thing. So you might not want to quickly press things because it might seem like you're saying that to a friend, but maybe not. So it depends what you want to do with people. In games in general, unless they're very specific, a game comes to mind would be something like Cyberpunk, where there's only a few romantic options and the game is kind of geared to you having those romantic options, like with Pan Am, whatever. Then I would follow one. But in games like this, where that's not the main option of the game and there's plenty of different characters you come across, already come across that guy playing the lute or whatever it was, then I don't really do that unless it's a particularly obvious reason. So praise the gods, yeah, she likes that, and
Pray their faith in us.
we'll
not
just agree with
misplace the
her.
priestess.
We'll humour her. Okay, so we've done that. If you want to check what your quests are, you've got the journal, and there you've got our main quest, and we've got our side quest, confront the Reaper, and we've got that other quest, which is uncover the source of the plague, which probably will do. You can track it by doing that. So we might do that actually. We'll see. Anyway, I think we've played for about as long as I want to do a video, or as long as the video should be. So there you go, we've got a few more things. We've done another battle, we've leveled up, we've got more spells, we've done spells, we've refused a few romance options, and we've talked to this, well, let's not go there again, we've talked to that random guy who's going to keep saying that same random thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time with a continuation of Disciples Liberation. In the meantime, take care.